and types of share capital we discussed in the previous session. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the profit prior to incorporation. Okay. So profit prior to incorporation. If you see this topic, actually any company. So either a public limited company or a private limited company. So they may start the business at one date, but the company actually they get incorporated under the Companies Act. So Companies Act 2013 right now. Okay, so they have to get incorporated and then only they can carry out their business activities. This is for the private limited company. So for public limited company, one step further they have to go. So after obtaining certificate of incorporation, private limited company they can start their business. But public limited company they have to get certificate of incorporation, then later on certificate of commencement of business, then only they can carry out their further business activities. Now, profit or loss prior to incorporation, why this has come into existence? If you see any business, they are starting at one date. Okay, so starting at one date and they are getting incorporated. Take for example, if you see a business is a ABC company like that, if it is going to get if it is going to start its business activities. Okay, so ABC company, they are going to start up their business activity and they are going to take over the other business known as XY. Okay, XYZ company, they are going to take over. ABC company, they are going to take over the Z company. Okay, so they may take over on particular date. Take for example, on 1st January, they might take over. Okay, but they get a incorporation only in the month of the company will get incorporated under the Companies Act only in the month of July. Okay, so July 1st, like that. Okay, so July 1st. So now if you see the financial year is like 1st Jan to 31st of December for that business. Okay, 1st Jan to 31st of business. So now the company has started. They have taken over the other company. ABC company has taken over the other company, XYZ company. So, but they have got incorporated under the Companies Act only in the month of July. Okay, and their accounting gets closed at 31st December. Take for example. Now, whatever the profits earned before, no, within this period. So this profits you cannot distribute to the shareholders as dividend. So whatever the profits they are earning right from 1st Jan to July 1st, till those profits you cannot distribute. Okay, so you cannot distribute that, so it should be considered as the capital profit. Okay, so now 1st July till 31st of December only actually the company is going under they are undergoing their business activities. So only this profit they can distribute, they can consider it as profit and they can distribute to the shareholders as dividend or whatever might be. So whatever till the date of incorporation, whatever they are whatever they are earning, no. So all those profits you cannot distribute as dividend to the shareholders. It should be treated as a capital profit. So capital profit and this from the date of incorporation till that that financial year, that period you can take over your profit, and that is the revenue profit actually. Okay, so for this only you are going to prepare profit and loss prior to incorporation. That account you are going to prepare. Okay, so you will be given certain details like sales information, and then gross profit, all the expenses, everything will be everything will be given to you. Okay, all the expenses and the income, everything will be given to you. You have to prepare pre-incorporation, pre-period and post-period. You have to prepare separately. Okay, so at the end you will be finding out the at the end you will be finding out the net profit. Okay, so net profit that has to be transferred to the balance sheet. So like this you will be preparing. So let me tell out once again. So why this profit prior to incorporation you are just preparing means it is that you'll be having a financial year right from 1st Jan to 31st of December. Okay, or 1st April to 31st of March, like that financial year you'll be having. But if you see means, or if a company on certain company, if it is going to acquire the other company on a particular date, it may commence its business, but actually it will get incorporated under the Companies Act. Under the Companies Act. Companies Act 2013, it will get incorporated actually. Now, whatever the profit you are going to get from that company, right from the date of purchase till the date of incorporation, so those profit you can consider it as capital profits only. Okay, so you cannot distribute that to the shareholders as dividend, or you cannot enjoy that profit. So actually, it will be transferred to the capital reserve account. Okay, so where it will be transferred means capital reserve account, it will be transferred. Whatever the profit you are enjoying from the date of purchase till the date of incorporation, that profit will be transferred to the capital reserve account. Similarly, if any loss has been incurred from the date of purchase till the date of incorporation, that will be transferred to the goodwill account. Okay, so it will be transferred to the goodwill account. So so you will be given the dates, different dates will be given. So on when they have taken over the business, on when it has got incorporated, and when the books of accounts is closing, all these 3 dates will be given to you. Okay, so 3 dates will be given to you, and you have to prepare accounts. How usually you prepare profit and loss account, in the same manner you will be preparing profit and loss appropriation account also. So you know that you'll be having a debit side, and right hand side you will be having the credit side, all those things. And then the columns will be like this. You'll be having the particulars column, and then if you see, no, amount column will be there. As you know, two columns will be there, inner column and outer column. So you just enter as pre and post columns. Okay, so pre column and post column will be there. Okay, similarly on the credit side, if you see, you have to enter particulars, one column will be there, and then again here also pre column will be there and post column will be there. This is a look like account format. Okay, some people will be working out as a statement format also. Statement format means a single side will be used. Single side use பண்ணுவாங்க. So everything will be entered on a single page itself. So that is known as statement format. Now this is not, this is a, it is actually looks like a profit and loss account only, but columns, amount column, instead of that pre post here it has been given. And one more thing, you have to include one more in between, basis of appropriation. On what basis you have taken these expenses or the income. So adukku vanditu we will be having basis of appropriation, one more column. Okay, basis of appropriation. Okay, so here also base of appropriation, one more column we will be including. of appropriation. One more column we will be having. Okay, so like this you will be having in a account format. Statement format means just what you will be doing. No statement showing profit or loss prior to incorporation heading you will be mentioning, and single page of your accounts note only you will be using. So first item on the gross profit information they will be giving to you. Okay, so gross profit, expenses, all the incomes information, everything will be given to you. What you have to do, no, you have to categorize and you have to pre column la என்ன amount, post column la what amount, you have to enter that amount, and finally net profit also you will be pre evlo post evlo. Okay, so that you have to find, because why your pre prior means pre. Okay, so why you are finding this pre means that profit you cannot take for the company. Actually you cannot use that profit for dividend distribution or some other purpose. So only profit after getting incorporated, company getting incorporated, only that profit only you can enjoy actually. So for that purpose only you are considering two columns here. One is for pre column and the other one is for the post column. Okay, so this is the account format, and if it is a statement format means just one side only you will be using. Particulars one column, base of appropriation, pre column one, post column one. Only one side you will be using, debit, credit, all those things will not come, and you will be entering one after the other. Gross profit will be your first item. Okay, so gross profit will be your first item. If suppose gross profit kudukala அப்படினா அதுக்கு பதிலா they will be giving you the sales and cost of goods sold information will be given to you. So with that you can find out sales minus cost of goods sold, gross profit you can find out. Okay, so all the expenses you will be subtracting, income எல்லாத்தையும் will be adding, finally net profit will find out. Okay, so that is the statement format. Now we are going to prepare under the account format only. Now one more important thing is that basis of appropriation I told. So on what basis we have to categorize pre amount evlo, post amount evlo. So if suppose in our question gross profit uh, gross profit of 2 lakh, like that something if they are giving means, so under which column we have to put we don't know. So only details will be given to you as a given one question to you, so which has been posted in the WhatsApp group also. So like this they will be giving the question. Okay, so question will be like this. Company was incorporated on a particular date. They are taking over the business. From 1st Jan, they are taking over the business. Okay, and incorporation has been done on 1st May 84. And like this, they have done. And if you see the ending date means 31st December, they are closing their accounts, books of accounts. Okay, so like this question will be given to you. So like certain items like profit and loss account, they will be giving. Okay, so the items expenses will be given, income will be given, gross profit will be given. Now profit and loss appropriation account, what you will be doing now, you will be preparing like this pre column and post column you will be putting up, and you have to find out certain ratios here. Okay, so certain ratios here you will be following. So what are those things அப்படின்றத we can discuss now. So all these are introduction. So what is meant by profit prior to incorporation, that only explanation has been given here. So when a business when running business, if it's going to take over the other business, it can start its operation, but only after the date of incorporation. It will be a different date. So after the date of incorporation only, whatever profit they are coming into the business, they can enjoy that profit, they can distribute as dividend. Before that you cannot enjoy or distribute it as a dividend to the shareholders. So those profit has to be transferred to the capital reserve account, and any loss means goodwill account you have to transfer. So that is the introduction part about the profit or loss prior to incorporation. Now you want to know, so what is the actual profit coming to the business after the date of incorporation. What profit it has earned before the date of incorporation. So you must know separately both the things you must know separately. For that purpose only, we are preparing this profit or loss prior to incorporation. Okay, so this is the introduction part. Do you have any doubts till this? Any questions you have? Any questions you have till this? Can you understand what is meant by the term profit or loss prior to incorporation? Any questions you have? Yes. Any doubts you have? Can you understand till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So have you understood the basic purpose why we are preparing profit or loss prior to incorporation? Basic purpose?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, to okay. Okay, pa. Okay, so this is the purpose of preparing this profit or loss prior to incorporation. So you must be knowing for 2 marks or the theory part level why we are preparing this profit or loss prior to incorporation. Basic purpose is that, so if a business is going to run their operations, even though at a particular date, so it will take some time to get incorporated actually. So they have, so you must be knowing the profit from the date of purchase till the date of incorporation. Similarly, okay, just a minute. Okay, so you must be knowing right from the date of purchase till the date of incorporation what profit the company is enjoying, but you cannot utilize those profits because it is considered as a capital profit and it has to be transferred to capital reserve account. If any loss has been incurred during that period, it will be transferred to goodwill account actually. So only after the date of incorporation, it will be considered as the revenue profit. Okay, so revenue profit it will be considered, and those profit only can be utilized for purpose of giving dividends to the shareholders, all those things. Okay, so that you must be knowing to the introduction part, and then actually here three ratios will be prepared here. Okay, so information will be given to you, and sales ratio, time ratio. Apart from that, no, yeah, you will be finding out whether it comes under period or the post period. That pre column we have to enter or post column we have to enter. Certain other items will be there, so that you have to differentiate actually. So questions will be given to you in the model that sales information will be given to you, and then if you see means when date, every date will be given to you properly. Okay, so what is the date of incorporation, when the business has been started or taken over, and what is their accounting financial year, every information will be given to you. Based upon that, first you have to calculate the time ratio. Okay, so time ratio you have to calculate. Now take for example, on 1st January, they have taken over the business. So that will be your date of purchase. Okay, so that will be your date of purchase. Okay, so and July 1st, actually, it is the date of incorporation. Date of incorporation. Now, this is the financial year end for this business. Financial year end. Okay. Year end. Okay. So now you have to calculate the time ratio because certain expenses given in your question, no, it will fall under the time ratio. Certain expenses will come under the sales ratio. So time ratio, sales ratio will be coming across in these types of questions. Time ratio we have to calculate, sales ratio we have to calculate. Based on the information provided, we calculate these two ratios. Okay. So time certain expenses no will be fixed. Certain expenses no will be variable. Okay, so fixed expenses means if you see rent, salary, whatever might be the sales, you have to pay the rent. You have to pay the rent, you have to pay the electricity. Okay, so whatever might be your production, sales, something, so you have to incur these types of expenditure constantly every month or every year. You have to incur that expense. So those expenses are known as fixed expenses. Now, fixed expenses, what are the items coming fixed expenses? All these will be done based upon the time ratio. Time ratio first itself initially we have to calculate and keep. So time ratio calculate பண்ணிட்டு amount they will be giving you in the question. A rent 2000 like this they will be giving, rent 5600 like this amount, some amount will be given. You have to find out whether it comes under the fixed expenses or variable expenses. First of all, fixed expenses means constantly sales, because of sales it will not get affected. You have to anyhow pay salary to your employee. So salary, all those things no will be done on the basis of time ratio only. Rent, electricity, salary, printing and stationery, like this expenses will be given to you. Okay, profit and loss account, they are giving you the items, no, certain items. So all these things will be appropriated based upon the time ratio. So time ratio initially you have to calculate before preparing this account. You have to calculate the time ratio and sales ratio and keep. So which all things items will come and based upon the time ratio, which all the items will come based upon the sales ratio, that you have to identify. Okay, so that you have to identify. From the question, you have to pick out what are the items. Like this, items will be given to you. Okay, so on the debit side, as usual, profit and loss account, debit side, all the expenses and income will be on the credit side, you know. So like this, all the expenses will be given. Now, each and every item, the entire total amount is given to you. Now, you have to find out either it comes under the pre-column or post-column. How this amount will be known? Only if you calculate time ratio and sales ratio, for which you have to identify first of all. If you see rent and rates, no, it will not affect your sales nala rent rates, it will not get affected anyhow, you have to pay. So insurance, lighting, salaries, all these, no, it will be based upon the time ratio. Time ratio already you would have calculated and kept. So based upon that only this amount will be calculated. Pre evlo pono, post column how much you should show. So like that. Certain items like director fees, no, so it will actually be director fees, everything will come only under the post column. Okay, so because company after getting incorporation only, it will pay, it will have director, it will pay fees to the director. So director fees, no, it will come under the post column. Like this you have to differentiate. Certain items will come as per the time ratio, certain items will come as per the sales ratio, certain other items, no, it will come under only the pre column, certain items will come only under the post column. So you must know what are the items you have to calculate based upon time ratio, what are the other items should be calculated based upon sales ratio. எந்த ரேஷியோவும் calculate பண்ணாம pre column entire amount you will be putting for certain item, for certain item only under the post column you will show. So like this you have to categorize and find out. Okay, if you see now sales discount, even sales discount if they are not giving also discount, commission, all these will be calculated based upon the sales ratio only. Okay, so sales ratio they will be giving information will be given to you, sales pathina information. You have to calculate sales ratio. and you'll be segregating the amount for the pre column and the post column. Okay, so like this general expenses, everything will come based upon time ratio only. And then carriage outwards, if you see carriage outwards means what? Sales, you're doing some sales, you're going to distribute to your customer buyer, so it is going out of your business. Transportation expense actually it is. So carriage outwards is a transportation expense, it is going out. When it will go out, because when sales happening, then only it will go out of your business. So it should be done appropriated based upon the sales ratio only. Okay, so till this it is clear to you. So how you have to identify, any doubts you have, any questions you have? Any questions you have? Is any questions you have? Can you understand? Can you understand this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about others? Can you understand whatever I'm speaking?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any doubts if you have, you just stop me and so that I can explain once more. So like this, you have to identify the certain items for certain expenses. What all comes under? You have to calculate based upon time ratio and sales ratio. Okay. So like director fees, I told it will come under only under the post column. Okay, but rent rates, all these no time ratio it will come under. Sales, discount, commission, carriage outwards, all these will come based upon the sales ratio only. Okay, and bank charges, if you see, it will again come under based upon time ratio only. Then repairs, if you see, it is also time ratio, based upon time ratio. So if you come across some advertisement, selling distribution expenses, carriage outwards, discount, commission, like this, if you come certain expenses, no, those will be based upon sales ratio. Other than that, depreciation, insurance, salary, rent, electricity, lighting, like this, if you come across means all those will be based upon the time ratio. So before preparing that profit and loss prior to incorporation that account, first, initially, you have to calculate the time ratio and sales ratio, for which information like this paragraph they will be giving to you. Okay, so information, time, date, and which you have to calculate the time ratio. And sales information will be given to you based upon that sales ratio. You have to calculate and keep. Then you have to, as I told now, you have to prepare as columns like this. Like this, you have to prepare columns and you have to record as usual. Gross profit will be coming under the credit side, all the expenses will be coming under the debit side. Similarly, income, if there is any income, discount received, commission received, like that anything is there, then again sales ratio based panidam we have to calculate here also. And pre post column la we will be putting that amount. Okay, so like this you will be entering everything, and finally net profit you will be finding out. Pre-period and post-period, what is the net profit? So that one only we will be calculating here. So some people will be preparing based upon the statement method, for which only one side will be used. First gross profit or sales, அதுலந்து expenses எல்லாம் subtract பண்ணுவோம். Then income, everything you will be adding up. Then finally net profit you will be finding out. Okay, so same this one only. Single side, if they are using means it looks like a statement. Here it is looking like an account, because we are having debit side and credit side. Okay, now, so as we discussed earlier, so we have to calculate the time ratio. How to calculate this time ratio? First of all, so you have to find out from the question, what is the date of purchase? You have to identify that one. And date of incorporation, on when it was incorporated, as a sentence only they will be giving. From that you have to pick out. So what, a company was incorporated on May 1st 84 means date of incorporation is 1st May 84. 1st May means 1584. Okay, to take over a business as a going concern from 1st January. So 1st January itself they have taken over the business. first 1184 they have taken over the business. 1584 only they have got incorporated under Companies Act, and their year ending is 31st December 84. So now how to calculate the time ratio? Let me show here. So date of purchase, date of incorporation. So like this, you have to segregate and keep. Okay. And the final financial year end, that data. When you are going to close your books of account, that data. Year end date. Okay. So now date of purchases, actually, if you see first Jan. So let me give it out as 1184 itself. And date of incorporation 1584. Okay. So financial year end for that business is 31/12/84. Okay. Now what? How many months you have to calculate from the date of purchase till the date of incorporation? How many months is there? That you calculate and keep. Similarly, from date of incorporation till financial year end data, how many months are there? So if you take out that ratio, that is known as time ratio actually. So now if you see first Jan, so January, February, March, April, May you cannot take because May 1st, May வந்து 30th May na, you'll be taking that month also into account. But first May itself you got incorporated. Apana we have to take only till 30th April. Okay. So let me repeat once again. For while calculating month and all, you have to calculate only first May இந்த மாதிரி கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா April 30 only we will be calculating because May month full எடுத்துக்க முடியாது. So what you will be doing no, January 1 month, first Jan ல இருந்து first Feb ல இருந்து first March, first March ல இருந்து first April. ஓகே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஏப்ரல்ல இருந்து 30th ஏப்ரல் வரைக்கும் தான், அதாவது May 1st it is getting incorporated. Okay. So you will be having only 4 months here. Okay. So like this you have to calculate. So initially இதை calculate பண்ணும்போது if you are doing some mistake means month calculation ல if you are not taking it properly means then what will happen? Whatever you are doing your calculation, இதை base which only you are going to put it in pre-column and post-column. Then amount will get wrong here. Okay. So all the expenses amount will get wrong here. If you are doing your time ratio calculation wrongly, then all the amount pre-column, post-column, whatever you have entered, no, everything will go wrong. So what you have to do, you have to carefully find out how many months is there between date of purchase and date of incorporation, that you carefully find out. Okay. So I think it may now it will be clear to you. So first May na 30th April வரைக்கும் தான், 34 வரைக்கும் தான் கணக்கு. பிகாஸ் இந்த மந்த் ஃபுல்லா நம்ம எடுக்க முடியாது. 30th May அப்படின்னு கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா 5 months இருக்கும் இங்க. Okay. So that you carefully look it over. So here again if you see May 1st May till 31st December. Now again you have to calculate May 1, May month fully. Okay. Then June month, July, and then August. Okay. And then September, and then October, and then November. Okay. Now December full month is there. So அதனால 8 months is there. Okay. So first part calculate பண்ணிட்டோம் கரெக்டா அப்படின்னா second part we can automatically also we can put. So no issues in this. You can easily 12 months ல வந்து 4 months before date of incorporation means after date of incorporation 8 months is left out. You can easily find out 3 months na 9 months. This already we know. Okay. So carefully calculate what date they have got incorporation. So till that you'll be having the pre-period and after that post-period. Now this 4 months are this one 8 months. Now what is actually mean? 4:8. So this is our time ratio. So இதை இன்னும் வந்துட்டு you can mention 4:8. You can even still 4:8. you can still further you can make it out to 2:4. Okay, still more 2:4. How you can write it up? 1:2, right? So I think hope you would have understood. Actually, here it is coming 0 something. Okay, so it is taking. Okay, so actually it is 4:8. 4:8, you can still reduce, you can still convert. So 2:4. And then further I am doing it up 1:2. Or you can have it up 4:8 also, like that itself you can have it. You can do, but here you have to show 4:2, 4:8 for all the time ratio. என்னென்ன எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ்லாம் time ratio base பண்ணி வருதோ அது எல்லாமே 4:8, 4:8 you have to show. Or else you can show it up as 1:2. Okay, it depends upon you. But initially the time ratio is 4:8. Okay, so like this you have to calculate the time ratio, and as I said, certain expenses will be done appropriation based upon the time ratio. So what are the items? Salaries, because it will not get affected due to sales. Okay, so you have to pay salaries to your employees. Salaries, rent rates, rent and rates. Okay, rent and rates, and then general expenses. Okay, so general expenses, office expenses, administration expenses, general expenses, like this. If you find anything, lighting, okay, and then depreciation, and then bank charges, then any interest on loan if you are paying, means all those things all will be calculated only based upon the time ratio. Okay, so you have to identify whether you have to calculate based upon time ratio or sales ratio, or pre-incorporation period only it will come, or post-incorporation period only it will come. So that you have to identify. So as I listed out these expenses, they will give one amount. 5,000 they will be giving, or 12,000 something like that they will be giving you the amount in question. Okay, so now what you have to do, you have to find out how much will come for the pre-period, how much it will come, and for post-period how much it will be coming. So that you have to find out. So 12,000, now 4:8 our ratio means, now how you will calculate 12,000 into 4 4 plus 8, how much? It is 12 actually. So how much you are getting? So you just find out that 4,000 or something like that amount. So that 4,000 amount will be shown under the pre-column. Salaries put, we will be showing under pre-column 4,000 amount. Balance 8,000 அப்படியே subtract பண்ணி 8,000 also you can put, or else you can again find out 12,000 into 8 divided by 12. Like this you can put and find out again once more, you can find out 8,000. Or you can just, if you are confident enough, you can just subtract total amount lendo 4,000 pochuna 8,000. Just like that post column you can put this amount. Okay, so like this only you are going to calculate for all the other items. So either what amount has to be given in the pre column and post column you have to do. So first you have to identify what are the expenses will come based upon the time ratio. Okay, for which initially before preparing the account, like this you have to find out the time ratio, and then only you have to go for individual. You have to look over the question what amount they have given, 3,240. Yeah, this has to be done under time ratio or sales ratio, and you have to identify. Then after finding out, no, you have to calculate. As I told you now, like this you have to calculate. How you got this 4/12 means 4 for pre-incorporation. So 4. Then 4 plus 8, 12. So because of that 12 I am dividing here. Similarly, here also the amount given in the question is 12,000 means now 8 is your post period. Okay, so 8 I have given. Now 4 plus 8 how much? 12. So as usually you usually do for ratios calculation, how you will do in max, same way only here also you're going to do. So this will go for the pre-period and this will go for the post-period column. Okay, like this you have to find out your time ratio and you have to find out the expenses which will come under the time ratio based upon. Okay, like this you have to calculate for sales ratio also. How you calculated for ratio, time ratio, similarly sales ratio you have to calculate. For this months and all you will not be taking, because instead of that they will be giving you what information. Oh, total sales is this much. Okay, so take for example total sales is some 10 lakhs around. Okay, so 10 lakhs like this they will be giving, and till the date of incorporation, like this some sentence they will be giving till the date of incorporation, or under pre-period or prior period, this much of 8 lakhs or 2 lakhs or something like this, they will be till the date of incorporation, or like this they will be mentioning in the question. That means what, 2 lakhs it comes under the pre-period and artham. So balance how much, 8 lakhs is there. So 8 lakhs will be coming under the post period till the financial year end, that 8 lakhs will come. Date of incorporation from that till the date, year ending date, 8 lakhs you have to find out. Okay, certain questions they will be giving. Total amount also they will be giving to you, and then pre-period how much, post-period. Based upon the question only I can say here. So date, if they are giving no till this date means you have to find out it was right from date of purchase to date of incorporation, till the year end. You have to find out that one, and based upon that you have to calculate the sales ratio. No other go here. Okay, so you have to read the sentence by sentence here, and you have to find out till what date they have mentioned, the total sales they have given, and from that pre-period sales alone if they have given means post-period sales you have to find out. 10 lakhs if they have given as total sales until May 1st 84, this much of amount 2 lakhs means after May 1st 8 lakhs and you have to calculate here. Okay, so that you must keep it in mind. So based upon the question information only, the sales ratio can be calculated. Now if you see now like this, if your question is there means total sales is 10 lakhs until the date of incorporation is 2 lakhs, and remaining how much, 8 lakhs, no? So 8 lakhs belongs to post period. Okay, so now how to calculate the ratio? 2 lakhs is to 8 lakhs. Okay, so you can mention it as 2 is to 8 itself. Okay, so you can reduce 2 is to 8. So 2 is to 8 means what, 1 is to 4. Okay, so this will be our ratio, or else if you want you can take 2 is to 8 itself till the end, and you can appropriate all your expenses based on 2 is to 8 itself. Okay, if you don't want to reduce means 2 is to 8 itself, you can just have it up and you can do accordingly. Okay, so like this only sales ratio I have to calculate, for which your information will be given to you in the question. So like this paragraph will be given to you from the available information. You just pick out what are the information required for calculating time ratio first of all. So for time ratio, you need the dates of all the things. What all the dates you require? Date of that acquisition or purchase or taken over, that date you must know. When it is the date of incorporation, that you must know, and the last year end date you must know. Okay, sometimes it will be 31st of December or 31st of March. The question what they have given, based upon that month calculate, you just calculate your month and find out the time ratio, and find out what all the expenses given in your question will come under the time ratio. Based upon that calculate and post it in, put that amount in the either in the pre column or under the post column. So that thing you have to do. Similarly, these all things initially you have to do it up, time ratio and post and then sorry sales ratio. Okay, so sales ratio as I told, like this they again they will give you some information, you have to pick out from that. So what is the total sales or till the date particularly, like this they would have given to you. So you have to carefully go through each sentence and you have to pick out pre-incorporation sales how much, post incorporation sales how much. So that you have to find out, and you have to calculate the sales ratio. Again, what are the items will come under the sales ratio? Discount, commission. So let me just give it out. Discount will come. Okay, so discount allowed. Okay, so all these you have to do it up based upon the sales ratio. Okay, so discount, and then bad debts also will come based upon the sales ratio only, because when sales is more, that too particularly when credit sales is more, no, then automatically your debtors and bad debts will be more. Okay, so bad debts can be appropriated based upon sales ratio only. So discount allowed to customer, bad debts, and then if you are paying some commission to an agent, or if you are going to give a brokerage for your doing up sales to an agent. So all these will be done based upon the sales ratio only. Okay, so discount, commission, brokerage, okay, and then bad debts, and then advertisement. Okay, advertisement, and then selling and distribution, selling and distribution expenses. All these things will be done only based upon the sales ratio. So you can find out from the items. On looking at the items itself, you can just find out where it on what basis you have to do it up. அப்படின்றத you can just find it out. Salaries, rent, like this. If you come across insurance, insurance, everything will come based upon time ratio only. Okay, so like this, if you come across any promotional activities, no, just to boost up sales, all that thing will come based upon the sales ratio only. Okay, if you come across a director's fees, director's fees, if you come across, no, there here you will not be doing any appropriation based upon time ratio or sales ratio. Immediately you will be putting under the post column. Actually, it will come under the post column only, not under the pre column. Okay, because director's fees will be paid only after the company has started its activities, after the incorporation only. Okay, so director fees, all those things will come under the post column only. Similarly, preliminary expenses also, preliminary expenses will come under the post column. Okay, preliminary expenses post column, you have to show it up. So like this, if you any item, if you come across, no, you just find out whether it will come under the pre column, time based upon time ratio, or based upon the sales ratio. You just find out that one, and accordingly you have to put it out. So carriage outwards, everything will come under based upon the sales ratio only. Carriage outwards, because of sales only the goods are moving out of your business from your factory. So that is based upon sales ratio only you have to calculate. So you have to find out under what under time ratio or sales ratio, or pre-incorporation period only it will appear, or post period only it will appear. That you have to find out, and accordingly you have to put up. Now for gross profit, how to do it up? Gross profit, if you see, means based upon sales only. Gross profit, whatever the profit that you enjoy in your company, that everything is based upon your sales only. Okay, because of if sales is getting increased, your profit will get increased. If sales is decline is going to get decreased, then profit automatically it will get decreased. So gross profit, on what basis we have to appropriate, appropriation has to be done, means on based upon the sales ratio only. Okay, so like this, you have to first of all find your time ratio and then your sales ratio, and prepare an account like this. So prepare an account, write out the heading first of all. Okay, profit and loss prior to incorporation, illa profit or loss appropriation account. Okay, so heading you have to mention for what person if you are doing, means that person's ABC, or like that you have to mention that company's name, like that. And then left hand side is for debit side, and right hand side for the credit side, in your accounts note. Okay, and you have to mention no date, everything will not come actually. Okay, your particulars column will be there. So basis of appropriation, small column you just make it out. Okay, which will not be available in your accounts note. You just make a small column for this. Here you will be mentioning time ratio, that proportion, that is to 4:8, that 1:4, that ratio also you'll be mentioning here. Okay, in basis of appropriation column. All these items, no, it will come under the particulars column. Particulars column, you will be mentioning all the expenses. This side, you will be mentioning gross profit credit side by gross profit brought down. And basis of appropriation, you will be mentioning time ratio. 1:4 or 2:4, whatever might be. So that you have to mention, and how much amount will be coming under pre column and how much amount will be coming under post column. That amount only have to mention here. In calculator or under the rough column, you just calculate like this and find out how much actually it is coming. Okay, in rough column or in calculator, through calculator, you just calculate. And as I said earlier, you have to carefully calculate the months. Okay, so how many months before the date of incorporation, after the date of incorporation? Two things you have to calculate here. So calculate carefully your months, then only you will be getting your time ratio properly. And if your time ratio is correct, then only your answers, expenses you will be putting properly under the pre column and the post column. Any wrong if you did means in calculating your time ratio, the entire amount whatever you are giving under pre column and post column will get wrong. Okay, so you have to calculate carefully. And you just you can mix also based upon the question also, you can mix it up and try it also. Time ratio and then sales ratio, whatever might be according. But basis of appropriation, you have to mention time ratio, what is the ratio, that proportion, sales ratio, that proportion, you have to mention that in basis of appropriation and calculate the amount separately, and final amount only has to be entered in the pre column and post column. So as I told, gross profit will be done based upon sales. And certain other items, no, just now I listed, no. So all these items will be done based upon sales ratio only. Gross profit and all these expenses, carriage outwards, every other expenses which is going to affect your sales will be done only based upon sales ratio. And which is no way going to affect your sales means it is fixed expenses, means variable expenses means like this. It varies with the sales. So it will be done based upon sales ratio. But all these other items, no, it will be done based upon the time ratio, because these are the fixed expenses. Okay, so all these will be done appropriation only based upon the time ratio. So you have to identify that, and you have to put a proper amount under the pre column and post column. Finally, as you know, gross profit with all the other expenses, if you subtract means you'll be getting the net profit. Okay, so that you will be again getting for the pre column and for the pros column, all the profits will be calculated based upon sales ratio only. Okay, so you have to calculate sales ratio based upon sales ratio only. Okay, so is that clear to you till this? Whatever we discussed so far, is it was clear to you, the introduction part of that? Yes. Any questions you have till this for the basic? So this is the introduction part of your profit